Yes, I was so proud of my daughter. She was looking forward to doing a lot, and she loved to work. She loved to work, and she wanted to go to the service. That was her next move, but I just hated I allowed her, which I didn't allow her to move. She did it behind my back, but getting our apartment, and I wasn't ready. And I just I didn't want to say no. I wanted to give her a space just so she can see a little bit what's going on in life. I think that was the
Well,
worst
I mean,
mistake.
Mr. Kiles, you're right. Because if you don't let them go a little bit, then they rebel and they could leave forever. Or they could have a bad reaction and everything goes sideways. I mean, you can't hold them. And I'm having a hard time with that right now because my twins are about to turn 18. And they want to do things, and I think of all the dangers involved, but I have to bite the bullet and let them do things. You did the right thing. I hope you're not blaming yourself. Because everything that ever went wrong with me, my mom and dad thought, oh, we should have fill in the blank. Um, so this little girl, you said she wanted to go into the military. That was her dream?
She was going. She was on her way. I was talking to her. I was trying to get her to come back home. And she was, okay, Dad, I'm going to come on back home. This was a month before.
Now, what is this picture we're showing right now, Mr. Kiles and Mrs. Kiles? It was of her in like a beautiful red sequined dress, and she's wearing a crown. What is
Yes,
that?
That was her graduation.
no, the
I
red
mean, that was
dress
her
is
prom.
the red dress is she was
What she said.
2023 queen of Wooddale.
Look at her now. She was the queen of what?
Wooddale class of 23.
She's gorgeous. Where did she get that dress?
Oh, I think we got it made, right?
Yeah, she got it made. That was her prom
I thought
dress.
I was the only one that did that, Mr. and Mrs. Kiles, where I grew up in rural Bibb County.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, we couldn't afford a prom dress like that. We had to get it. Go to Cloth World and get the material and make the dress. That
Right.
is amazing. Amazing. I'm looking behind you at, it looks like a cutout of her. What is that behind you? Is that
Um,
her?
it, it's
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
It's a cutout
That we got made
that I got done
when she passed.
when she passed. That I had at the burial at a funeral. See if
This
it's
is
What did you say about burying her?
that was a cutout that we did, and I had it at her burial. And from when we got ready to bury her, I put it up. And
Miss Kiles, when did you learn that something horrible had happened to your baby girl?
I was at work. I got a couple of phone calls from my oldest daughter, and the phone kept hanging up maybe 2, 3 times. So I was at the time I was working with Chick-fil-A. I just have to be at work at 5. So she kept calling, and the phone kept hanging up. So when I finally got her on the phone, she was crying, and she was like, "Mom, Lily is dead." I said, "What?" She was like, "My Lily dead." I was like, Shantina, come on. So I screamed real loud, started shaking, and went to my car, got my stuff, went to my car. But I couldn't crank my car up. I just couldn't move. And I cried for maybe 30 minutes before I could put that car and drive. From that point, I called her dad, called her other 2 siblings, and my aunt, and just called them, and so we went out to our house on the scene. Um, Once we got there, of course, crime scene was there, plenty of police. They wouldn't let us go towards her apartment. So, and that morning it was raining very, very hard. So we had to sit out there maybe 4 hours before they brought her body out in the bag. And that was the worst feeling to saw her being rolled out her apartment. That she really loved being there, but to see her rolled out on this stretcher, it took up. It just my life has not been the same. It just done took all of the life I have on the inside out. It's not the same. It's the way of life, the feeling, the wake up, the pain, the hurt, the missing her. And she was my kid that always, Mom, what you cooking? I'm gonna go get some. I want some chitlins and I want spaghetti. I want some dressing. I'm gonna come help you do it. And so this holiday after she was murdered in July, so when Thanksgiving came, it was hard. Christmas, it was hard. Because around those days are the time she will come. I'm gonna cut up the onion and bell pepper for the dressing and spaghetti. She's always in the kitchen to help. She loves to eat. And she'll tell you, I mean,
Did
I ain't
you
doing
make special things for her to eat as a way to get her to come over?
I didn't have to. All I had to do was say I'm cooking. And they all come. All I got, they be like, Mom, what you doing? I said, no, I just got through cooking. What you cook? Once I say what I cook, they on their way. All of them.
I do the
They be,
same exact thing. When my children leave for school in the morning, I tell them, we're making whatever I'm making, chicken and dressing or whatever I'm making,
right.
things that I know they're going to like. I'm like, now come home straight from school now because the house is going to smell good. And they
Ooh.
do. Mr. Kiles, when did you learn? What were you doing? When did you learn about what happened? And when you first learned that she had passed, could you imagine someone had actually broke in her little apartment and killed her? Did that possibility cross your mind at the beginning?
Well, I wasn't for sure what happened, but when I first heard, my mom gave me a call, and I can hear it just like it happened yesterday. Um, her crying and telling me, I really don't want to repeat what she said, but just them words really just hurt me to my heart to even think about my baby being gone. I was devastated. I've never been hurted, but that's the only thing that really broke me down. I don't think I'll ever be the same again. Um, that was my baby girl. She was she was my everything, and from the time that we separated and she stayed with me, it's just it's just hard to deal with her being gone and trying to keep my life going. And oh, excuse me right now.
Around 3 a.m. on Tuesday morning, July 9th, a resident at the Boulevard hears gunshots and sees a man dressed in all black running from an apartment next door. She calls 911 to report the shooting, but can't give the operator any more details about the suspected shooter.